Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Young out there with Wiggins, and it's Pekovic in at the 5, home in the paint. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Timberwolves trail by 4. Wiggins kicks to Rubio. Pekovic with the screen for Rubio. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rubio's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Timberwolves.
You know, the Wolves really came up short from where they wanted to be, and you've got to attribute it to the fact that they weren't as good at home as they needed to be.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, you know, last season the Lakers found themselves in a position they are not quite accustomed to. Last in the Western Conference, a nightmare season for the storied franchise.
Well, guys, as we know, there were some low points for the Lakers along the way, losing to the Clippers by about 50 points, which turned out to be the biggest loss in the history of the franchise.
And Kobe looked visibly distraught after that loss. I mean, it still had a backhanded compliment to say about it when he said, well, now I know what it feels like to be a Clipper fan all these years. Gotta love Kobe, always with a way with words.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now, here is Martin. 7 points in the game.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Here's Kobe. 4-point game. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Pekovic passes to Wiggins. Outside, Martin. Wide open. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
And Boozer throws it down. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Nick Young's checked in for the Lakers. Now, here's Rubio. He's got 11, and it's sent back by Hill. And Young kicks to Bryant. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now... It's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Rubio with a wide open look. Another miss by Minnesota. Well, Jordan Hill has battled injuries, but when he's played Clark, he's been pretty effective.
You know, Kevin, last season, around 20 minutes per game he played with the Lakers, and you could argue he should have been playing more. He was very productive in that time on the floor. He's more a banger than a spread four. He's not a great perimeter shooter. And so the fit with their spread-out system might have limited his playing time.
The drive by Rubio. That's good.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Minnesota making some changes. Anthony Bennett comes in for Young, and Barea subbed in for Kevin Martin.
And he'll try to develop his outside shot to better fit into the Lakers' offense last year, but that's not his strength. And where he's best is his ability to use his size and athleticism on the boards and really defensively as well. How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency, I don't think they'd have a chance without it.
And here's Bryant for 3, and he gets it to go. Bryant's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And Hill is one of the best rebounders in the league. He's a quality defender as well, and he can play some center. So if he can stay healthy, I think he's a guy that can really be a player to watch.
Now, here is Young after the miss from Ricky Rubio. Shots good from Young.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assist as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Barea with it, defended by Lynn. Offensive rebound, Bennett. Good D by Boozer. Here's Barea. No good. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Lakers leading by 10. And here's Bryant for 3. Boozer dishes to Young. Knocks down the 3 ball. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
So hard to try to play defense with the height mismatch out there that's on the perimeter, and they gave up the 3-pointer.
Barea kicks to Bennett. Shot to stop the run. Good. It's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Young. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Timberwolves trail by 13. 1:12 left in the third. And it's good. Off through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Chang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Young comes in for Anthony Bennett. Corey Brewer's checked in for Wiggins. And Mo Williams subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And then for Los Angeles, Randall's checked in for Hill. Davis comes in for Boozer. Nash is subbed in for Jeremy Lin.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Lakers leading by 10.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2 for 1. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun. Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Levine's checked in for J.J. Barea. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in, and it's rejected.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Outside Williams. The dish to Young. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hit.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
Young outside. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Nash is out there with Nick Young. Then it's Randall. Then there's Davis. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Now here is Martin. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing. Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well.
Here's Levine after the basket by Los Angeles. Rebound the Lakers. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Martin wide open. He fires. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. Lakers leading by 14. It's tipped. Here's Young, and he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 16 points here in the second half.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Oh, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Timeout called the Lakers.
wasn't a top recruit until he hit a late growth spurt in high school. Now he's a 6'5" combo guard. Came out of UCLA after one season. Still a bit unproven, but one of those upside picks because of his athleticism and shooting range.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jen. Wiggins comes in for Corey Brewer. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Bryant. Outside, Lynn. He dishes it to Johnson. Boozer a screen on Rubio. Kobe passes to Boozer. In low to Hill. And now Young running the floor all by himself. And that one's good.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
And Levine played point guard in high school before his growth spurt. And Clark, you see him as more of a point guard or shooting guard?
I see him as a shooting guard at this point. I mean, just based on what I saw of him in the 1 year at UCLA. Tremendous athleticism. He's a bouncy young fella. Streaky shooter at this point. And I like his energy level. He's going to be a guy that has a chance, I think, to be a really good two-way player.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Both free throws good from Hill.
You know, last year the Wolves proved they were competitive. No teams pushed them around. But in the Western Conference, being competitive isn't enough to get you to the playoffs.
Minnesota calls timeout. Well, the Timberwolves had a losing record at 23-29 against the rest of the West. Steve, they weren't able to stay in playoff contention for too long.
Well, injuries were a part of that, but in general, this team is still missing a few pieces before they can climb that ladder out in the West.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kev, well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He also wants them using a fundamental offensive approach. Specifically, he'd like to see them running the pick and roll as often as they can. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Lynn. Shot clock at 6. Bryant dishes to Johnson. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, I think the NBA is in a great place with all the young talent in the league right now. We see players coming in not just with potential, but a willingness to learn and work. Really impressive to see.
Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Martin kicks to Rubio. He feeds it to Young. 13 feet away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Boozer's got his third rebound on the night. And for NBA players nowadays, just playing in the offseason isn't enough. They're conditioning, working on their bodies, as well as their skills. It is a 12-month-a-year job.
And that's partly driven by the fact that you can make so much money if you are in the NBA and you take care of yourself and you're able to play for a while. So you're seeing all of the world-class training facilities, you guys being much more in tune to their bodies and trying to prolong their lucrative careers.
Here's Rubio after Jordan Hill's bucket. Rubio, the pass to Pekovic, dishes it to Young, and it's sent back by Hill.
Boy, they've really won the battle of the boards in this one, Kevin.
Bryant up top, covered by Rubio. Johnson outside. Now the pass to Boozer. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance of an impressive win for Los Angeles.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Bryant. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
Now here's Boozer after the miss from Nikola Pekovic. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the basket by Rubio.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Lynn. Kicks it to Hill. Pass to Johnson. The Lakers working the ball around now. Lynn dishes to Boozer. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Lakers, Carlos Boozer taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Hill. Ryan Kelly comes in for Johnson. Young's checked in for Bryant. And it's Nash in for Jeremy Lin. So he comes up empty at the line.
Well, it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
Hummel kicks to Zhang.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, Gorgie Dang. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. Los Angeles making a switch here. And he can't hit the second. Lets it fly. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's Hummel. No good there. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the side.